Well, I can say for sure that it is absolutely definite that these Ollies are getting new craft items. This is not a new item. This one's been here for a while, but there are new craft items in this store. So the crafts distribution is not done yet, people. Yay! This is the Ollie in Kissimmee, Florida, and I've been there before, so I know what used to be there, and now look what's here in this Kissimmee store, and I thought I'd give you the address just so that you have it, because there are some really cool new items. This, I think, is new to the Kissimmee store. I've seen it in a lot of different Ollies, but I think that bread making kit is new to the Kissimmee store. I don't think the Kissimmee store ever had that before. And crepe paper. They had rolls of crepe paper, not as many colors as the one that I was in the other time. When was that? Palm Bay. Not as many different colors of crepe paper, but the crepe paper was definitely there. So that was a new item. And there is a companion Facebook group to this channel called also Chatty Crafty. There's a link to it in the description. And I keep waiting for someone in the Facebook group to buy the crowns and the diamonds and all those other cool jewels and get a picture of a queen cake up there. I don't bake. I'm terrible at baking. I can't follow a recipe to save myself. I'm great at cooking for just that reason, but I can't bake at all. This was an amazing deal. $20 for 10 yards of canvas. It's pink canvas. They're calling it duck cloth, and it's definitely canvas. This is a beautiful, amazing deal. Oh my gosh, such an amazing deal. And I'm sitting here looking at, I'm giving you enough time to look at the end cap of it, the end of the bolt of fabric, so you can sit there and read all of the information that it's got on there. This was originally sold at $12.99 a yard. So you're getting it for $2 a yard. That is an incredible discount. You get the entire bolt, and this store had 3 of them. Now, of course, I didn't buy any of these because I don't do fiber crafts. The denim or the canvas portion of it kind of intrigued me because there's a lot of different things that you can do with a canvas weight, like make curtains or hang wall art or iron down patches so that you have a display for patches and things like that. So there are some crafty things that can be done with that don't require sewing, but it's not anything I would ever have done. So I left them behind. But oh my gosh, 3 bolts of pink duck cloth canvas for $20 a bolt, selling it at $2 a yard instead of the in-store $13 a yard. Oh my gosh, such a great price. Anyway, what I was saying about the Facebook group is I would really, really love for someone to make a queen cake and stick pictures of it up in the Facebook group because I cannot bake. It is not something that I can do. And this is another new item for this store. Oh my gosh, this is 9 yards. If I remember correctly, it was 9 yards and it was $4 for this beautiful fringe. Now, of course, again, I didn't buy it because I don't have any use for it. But if you're an upholsterer or if you're in a drapery maker, or if you do anything that requires any sort of fringe like that, that is an incredible price. And they had these really cute little baskets. I mean, they are so adorable. They'd be great for Easter if you wanted to keep them around for that long. But just think about wedding season coming up, having a bunch of flower kids with these walking down the aisle, throwing petals out of them. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And this is, again, the scissor vinyl. And I've never seen this at the Kissimmee store before. This scissor vinyl is really starting to show up. And it's been in every store that I've been in for the last couple of weeks. So maybe it's a part of the distribution. And one of the people in the Chatty Crafty Guild, one of the people in our community mentioned that the scissor price, to getting all of those for the same price as they used to sell one package, or even less than they used to sell for one roll in the stores, is amazing. So if you're into that vinyl stuff and you can get to this Kissimmee store, that's a great price. Normally, I would say something about science fair projects, but hey, if you haven't done your science fair project by this point, it's not going to happen because science fair projects were due in the first semester. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. But they had more vinyl in here, and they had these cards. These are not new. They've had these cards for a while now, but they are Cricut cards, and it's $2.99 for a pack. The burlap is new, and they had this one small package of burlap, and then it was larger package of burlaps, which is why there's a difference in price. It's a little more than twice as much in these bigger packages than there was in that little package, so it's a little more than twice. It's a little less than twice as much in price. I'm sorry. No, I said that wrong. Oh my gosh. It is a little more than twice as much product for twice the price. There we go. I said it right. And this is that infusible ink for Cricut. And these are starting to show up everywhere. This was not in the Kissimmee store the last time I was in here either. Those bottles of glue on the bottom, yeah, they were there. They've been there for a while. The pouring paint, they've been there for a while. But that infusible vinyl has not been there. And I'm wondering, are there other colors of that infusible vinyl? Because I keep seeing the same color every time I go into a store and I see it. Keep seeing that same ultramarine color. So I'm just thinking that there has to be other colors of it, and it's just not coming up. I don't know why, but maybe at some point we'll get other colors of that infusible ink from Cricut. The bottles of glue, still not worth $1 to me. I'm still not going to pay $1 for it, but 25 cents for these beautiful glitter sheets, absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. This store did not have as many different types of ribbon as the last store that I was in. The Palm Bay store definitely had a greater selection of ribbon, but it was still $1 for a nice off-ray brand, and this I didn't see anywhere else. That is one of the resin things, I believe, and I didn't see anything like it anywhere else, but it wasn't new either because they've had that for a while. This is where that other, the $1.99 piece of burlap came from. These are the smaller pieces of burlap, and you saw all the different colors that they have of them. And of course, they have these molds because the Kaboom molds are everywhere now. And it's still the weird thing where the sphere, the large sphere, is 74 cents. Every other shape, every other size, they're $1.99, but the large sphere is 74 cents. And this is consistent through all the Ollies that I've been in, and I really don't understand why they're charging 74 cents for the large sphere and $1.25 more for anything else. This is something that tailors use, and I know that from the picture on the back, and I also saw it at the Palm Bay store, and so it's something for tailors. And if you're into that, it's a great price, I'm assuming, because $4 for a specialized ruler really isn't that bad. So I thought that was pretty cool. And they had these cute little bags that said happy birthday on them, so you could pick them up and put happy birthday stuff in there. Just a really cute little thing. I think there were 12 bags in that little thing, so it was less than 10 cents a bag. And then they had these as well. They're $1 for the cookie cutters, but they're not new. That was not a new item. And here we are back with the Kaboom items, and there's the 74-cent sphere, whereas every other shape, the eggs, the wine bottle, the boxes, everything else, the fractal hearts, the small spheres, the small boxes, they're all $1.99. I just do not understand the pricing of these items. I really don't get it. But that's okay. This was up for 99 cents, and it's 3 large pieces of paper that you can use to cover a counter, which that doesn't have to be for decorating a gingerbread. They had the same idea out, and they had pumpkins on it for the Halloween series when you could decorate your pumpkin and you wouldn't have to worry about that. But there's so many different uses for a nice big paper drop cloth to put down. I mean, you've got a bunch of kids over that want to do some finger painting. That's a great thing to put down on your table so that you don't have to worry about finger paints getting all over it. Or if you've got friends and relatives coming over and you want to have just a big drawing session. Adults like to do that too. Just spread it out on your table and let the adults draw all over it. This is not tiger tail. I did take a good look at it this time. It's not tiger tail, but $2 for a spool of beading wire is still a really good price. And they still had a lot of these markers. Now, the beading wire is new to this store. They've never had that before, but they have had these markers before. So these markers are not a newly brought in item, but they are definitely still there, still $1. It's still a good price. They're just waiting for people to continue to buy those. Dollar Tree pieces, not really a great buy from Ollie's. I'm just going to put it out there. And this store had so much paper. It's not new. This store has always had a beautiful selection of double-sided cardstock like this. I absolutely love all of the different cardstocks that they have. And they are, most of them, if not all of them, are double-sided. And they're just beautiful. It's just an amazing selection of double-sided, blah, 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 blah. Woo! My brain and my mouth are not in sync right now. My apologies for my misspeaking because that's not what I meant to say. But yeah, it's just all of these different double-sided cardstocks that have these beautiful, beautiful prints and patterns on them. They are cardstock weight. And they just have a whole bunch of it. And these are not new either. They've had these ballerina ones and these hula ones for quite some time. So, it's just, some things just aren't selling as well. And these are the type of things that I really wish Ollie's would repack up and redistribute to other stores, because there are other places that would probably love to have the little ballerinas and other places that would love to have the little hula things. And if they're not selling at this store, they should pack it up and redistribute it to another store, because that would be so easy. The trucks come from the warehouse. Just put the boxes back on there, which is what I really hoped they had done over the winter holidays. But I don't think they did it for everything in this store, because a lot of these items in this store that they had before the holidays, they still have. I'm not upset that they still have it, because that means that they haven't thrown it away. And I really, really, really don't want these items to end up in a bin. But I was really hoping that all of this excess that the stores had that just wasn't selling would be packed up, shipped back to the warehouses so it could be redistributed properly. These are beautiful, beautiful little silver specks that can be used in all sorts of paper craft and card making. But I think that they were actually made to be used in the paper making supplies, that they're part of the where you blend up the paper and get the pulp, and then you fish it out and you make your own handmade, homemade paper. I think that's what it was originally intended for. So I don't know. And this is me just showing the boxes of how many of these sticker stars sets they have. And they're not new. The sticker star sets are not new for this particular Ollie's, but these plates are. I loved them. I thought they were beautiful copper. If they'd had something else in the center, I probably would have bought them to cannibalize them for the center for a sentiment, but Yum really didn't stick with what I wanted to do. And I saw this really cool idea where you take a lot of these canvases and you attach them together in the back using vice grips, or what are they called? Oh, clamps, where you use clamps and attach them together in the back. And then you use all sorts of different household things like sweaters and wrenches and paper towel holders and sponges. And you make all of this different various patterns on the back of it. And then once you've done that, you use each of the different canvases to make some sort of picture. Like the one that I saw, they made animals on each of the different ones. They just painted an animal on each of the different ones. So you end up with this entire series of art, and you didn't really have to do very much to do it because you just did them all at once. And I thought that was cool. And these are adult size Cricut shirts. And I think they were all smalls, but they were adult size Cricut shirts for $2. Actual name brand Cricut shirts for $2, adult sizes. So that was really cool. They were all the same size, and I think it was all smalls, but still adult size Cricut shirts showing up. That's a nice thing. I have seen the only other time that I saw an adult size Cricut shirt, I was down in the farthest south, the southernmost Ollie's down on the west coast of Florida, and they had an extra, extra large. And those are the only times that I think I've ever seen adult size Cricut shirts. Minion books, absolutely adorable, but I didn't really think $3 was a great price for it. Be careful when you buy something like this, because this one has been opened and taped shut, and that's air dry clay. If the package has been compromised, it's not going to work right. And I started to put that back, and then I thought, oh no, I need to grab that, because the last time that showed up in a video, Amira told me that that's a really good thing to use in a junk journal. So I went back and picked up a set of those. And we have moved away from the pegboard, and I think there's another set of pegboards coming up later in the store, but now we're in the stuff that's laying on the shelves, and I absolutely love this. I spent so much of my childhood looking through the highlights magazines for those hidden picture things, and this is $3 for what they're calling the longest hidden picture thing. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. I didn't need it, and so I didn't get it, but I thought it was the neatest thing to have around. And if you have a kid who loves highlights, and if you have even an adult who loves highlights from their past to their childhood, you know, that'd be a great birthday present, or a just because present for someone. I thought that was really cool. They did have small bottles of glue in the store, and I haven't seen small bottles of glue in very many stores, but they weren't new. They've had them before. I just haven't highlighted them very much before. And this is just a shelf with all sorts of different little random things on it. Some of the items on this shelf are kits. Some of these items are craft supplies. I thought this was really beautiful, where you get a lighted garland when you're done making it. I thought that was really neat, and I didn't think it was a bad price for a craft item. And this was so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, look at that beautiful butterfly, and you get to build it, and then you get to paint it. Oh my goodness gracious, you can make it just about anything you want it to be. I thought that was a neat little thing. And these are the little farmhouse ones, and I didn't get a good picture of it, and I'm not really sure why I didn't pick one up so people could look at them. The Stettler markers that they've had in every store, but they didn't have very many of them here, and I've never seen this street painter thing before. I think this is an interesting thing to get for someone who has like a sidewalk or something that they want to have decorated. I'm on the fence about stream catcher type things. I will not make anything that's got a dream catcher on it. I don't do things like that because I think that's cultural appropriation. But that's me. You do you. I'm not asking anybody to agree with me. I'm just saying this is what my opinion is. And of course, the chalk. They had both versions of it. You have both varieties, both ends, so to speak. I just can't. I still get a chuckle out of that chalk every time I see it. And I did see the little paint thing this time, but I didn't pick it up again this time either. And I thought about picking it up because I got the brayers already. When we were talking about needing brayers, I didn't have any brayers at the time, but now that I've gotten them from Temu, I don't need them anymore. Beautiful little lanterns, very gorgeous. If it's something that you're interested in putting up or it's something that you're interested in having, great. It's still, I don't know if that falls under appreciation or appropriation, so I didn't pick any of them up, but I did like them. And this was a really cute little sand art thing. It's a little sand art kit where you use the different colored sands to make the inside of it. And I remember watching sand artists when I was a kid on the beaches, and they were just amazing. I thought this was a little expensive for this particular piece, but I don't know anything about buying Disney Frozen memorabilia stuff. So I could be completely in the wrong. That could be an amazing price. So I'm putting it out there, letting you look at it, and you decide. I thought this was also a little overpriced for the markers, for the crayons, even though I love Arteza. Absolutely love just about anything Arteza I've ever come across. I thought that was a little expensive. This didn't have a price tag on it, but I don't think they were supposed to be sold separately because all of them talked about having markers along with them. So I think that they may have gotten separated from their packaging and from their markers. And I might have missed a unicorn right there. I don't know what that was. I looked really hard trying to find a frame where I could read it, and the best I get is like something glazing medium, and so I might have missed an absolute unicorn by just whooshing by that because I thought it was pouring paint when I was in the store, and it's only when I got home and started doing this doing the editing for this that I actually saw that it wasn't pouring paint. It was something else. It's some kind of medium, and I did not get a clear enough picture of the name of it to know exactly what it is. If you know what it is, I would really appreciate it if you would drop it in the comments and let us know. Let the entire community know if I missed an absolutely amazing unicorn at that point. This is the second time I've seen this new Arteza kit. I saw it in the Palm Bay store as well, and oh my gosh, I think it's great. I really love this piece. It's bunches of wood that you get to decorate however you want to, and just for the wood alone is probably worth the $10. And then they had where am I? The foam. Sorry, I lost my place. The foam brushes, they're really cool. Again, great price for those, $6 for 48 different foam brushes. If you do arts and crafts that require multiple foam brushes, that is a really good way to buy them. It's a really inexpensive way to buy them now. And the craft container, I absolutely love. That portable little craft container is an amazing thing for $15, and it has so much room in it, and you can carry so many things in it. And I haven't actually broken down and bought one yet, but I've thought about it. I found one of these. It's still pink. But there we had this one in the store for $15. I didn't buy it. It's still there, or at least it was when I left the store. I don't know if it still is. And then they had these much bigger canvases. This was a single pack for $10 or $9, and I can't remember the size of it. But I know I focused in on it well enough that you could see it while the video is going. And then the other one that I show, which was $10, these were a 2-pack. So that was a really good price. And they do have some of the birthday lawn signs, not a whole lot of them, but they do have some of them. And they still had one of these chart pages left. And this is not the store that I saw the chart pages in the first time. And I can't honestly remember which store it was in that I saw those, but they had the one left in this one. So apparently those big old chart boards got distributed to several different stores in the area. And if that's something you're looking for, I hope that you have it in your area as well, because it was a really great price. I mean, $5 for one of those big old chart paper things is actually a really good price. I thought this was cute. I thought this was the most adorable thing. And what a great price for it. Oh my goodness gracious. That is a great little activity book for someone who just wants something to do. And that can be any age. There's no age limit on activity books at all. This is the cardstock one. This is the mega pack cardstock. And remember that most of these that say that are cardstock, but you're not absolutely guaranteed to be getting cardstock because a lot of them don't have that sticker. That sticker right there is the only place that says that it's cardstock. And then this one was open, but this was definitely not cardstock because that other package said it was 65-pound cardstock. And I've been doing cards long enough that I know what 65-pound cardstock feels like. That was 24-pound copy paper in the same kind of package. So be careful when you buy it that you're making sure that you're getting the cardstock version of it and not the paper version of it if the cardstock version is what you want. Beautiful colors of cardstock here. $1.49 for the entire package was a really good price on it, considering that it's like $6.99 a package for 50 pages in Michaels now. So that was a really good price. These I love these drawing tablets. They are so pretty, and they come with a set of writing utensils, and it's just a gorgeous thing. And they had so many different colors that were so pretty. And they did have a small box of these little Cricut Joy Cricut mats. You get 3 of them for $4, which is a really good price. But of course, I didn't pick up any because I already found the ones that I needed. This is graduation paper, but you don't have to use it for academia because the other side of it is completely black. And so you've got this beautiful cardstock that has academia on it if you want it. And graduation season is coming. You know, we've got about 5 months to make graduation cards for people that are going to want those. So you've got the academia on one side, and if you don't want to use it for academia, you've got black cardstock on the other side that you can do all sorts of amazing things with, especially with metallic colors and things like that. I thought that was a really cool set of cards. I thought they were beautiful. And $3 for the whole set is not bad. And then I also found the ones where you can color them. There was one that wasn't wrapped in plastic, and I was trying to get it to come open, and I only had one hand, and it didn't work, so I didn't get to see what was on the inside of it. These are little postcards that are so unique. They're fascinating to look at, and I spent a lot of time looking at them after the camera was off because they were just fascinating to look at. Every time I looked at it again, I saw a new detail. There's the ones that you get to color. And I don't know, it shows gold in them, but on the back, it doesn't show any gold on them. So I don't know if they have gold on them for you to color around the gold, or if you want to have the gold accent, you have to provide your own gold. Excuse me. So wood pieces, beautiful little wood pieces. That one, what's it called? Trunk cut was really cool. And then they've got these other ones right there that are really nice. And then they had this for $1.29 for 3 different magnetic mirrors. I thought that was an incredible price. And you don't even have to use it as magnetic. You can actually put glue on the back of it. Obviously, I'm talking to crafters. Y'all know this. But put glue on the back of it and glue it into one of your memory pages in your memory book, or put it in a junk journal or something like that. It doesn't have to be magnetized. They did have some EK Tools chalk, and I'm still not sure why this is a thing. It's not a craft that I do, obviously, but I can't conceptualize why you would want to use chalk in a permanent craft item. And maybe that's my answer. Maybe it's not for permanent crafts. Maybe it's for crafts that don't require permanence. Because to me, chalk would get rubbed off, or maybe it's a special kind of chalk that doesn't rub off once you put it onto something, or maybe it needs a special surface. I don't know. If you have an idea, let me know. Let me know if you use it. Let me know what you use it for. I do know that one person said that they used it for labeling, but I've never heard of what people use it for in crafting, and EK Tools is a crafting company. So I'm just wondering what it's actually used for. This is the other pegboard that I was talking about, and this is the other set of the items that they had, and I did not think that was a good price. I mean, I love my Inkjoy pens. These are not Inkjoy, but I absolutely adore my Inkjoy pens. But even my wonderful Inkjoy pens are not that expensive. Not sponsored, by the way. And then this, oh my gosh, this is only the second time that I've seen it. And I still haven't picked it up because I have this thing where I try not to buy markers. I'm trying very hard not to feed the addiction that I have for markers, because I totally do. I absolutely love markers of any style. And that is a white Sharpie marker along with a black Sharpie marker. And that is just the coolest idea. But I don't need another white or black marker. So I keep on not buying them. Those were foam pieces. They weren't actually paper, they were foam. So they had a nice dimension to them if you wanted to use them in card making or in memory books, junk journals, anything like that. And then I found this package of staples. And that is $10 for a package of staples, but there's 5,000 staples in there. I have no idea if that is a good price or not. I have never once in my life bought staples. That's the one thing that teachers could rely on that there would be in the office is staples. If you needed staples, you could get them. So I have no idea what staples cost. So let me know, was that a good price? Was $10 for a box of 5,000 staples a good price or not? I have no idea. They had that little card thing, and they have these, which are the grid cards, which I would have picked up this time had I not seen those ones in the Palm Bay store from Project Life that were also grid cards. And I would far prefer to have the Project Life ones than the index card ones, but I forgot to pick them up when I was in Palm Bay, and I refused to pick them up in this store because in this store they were twice as much and they weren't Project Life. And then they have a whole bunch of these really beautiful journals, and they had a lot of gorgeous covers of these journals. I didn't get a lot of prices on them, but for the most part, the journals vary in price from like $3.99. Maybe you can get one for $2.99 all the way up to about $5.99. So that's the price range that I've seen these journals at. Nice little metal ruler, absolutely gorgeous. Metal rulers are great for ripping paper because you can hold the paper down with the metal ruler, and it does a really good job of making really nice crisp lines if that's what you're looking for. This is an All About Dad book that they had before the holidays, so that wasn't new. But these are. I did not see these Overwatch journals at all, and this is not the only cover that they had for these Overwatch journals. They had a lot of different various ones up there to look at, and so pretty and so cool and so wonderful. The video's not over yet, but I do want to express my gratitude for everybody who has watched to this point and is still watching, and I really appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Folders, completely new. They didn't have these the last time I was there, and from what I could tell, there's 24 folders in there. It's because it says that there are, but there's 3 different patterns of them, and one of them was that beautiful green with gold. One of those are those beautiful leaves, and I could not tell what the other pattern was. So I have no idea what the third one is. If you've bought a package of these and you're willing to share a picture of it, go to our Facebook group and share a picture of what the third one looks like. 16. There were 16 Cricut floor lamps in this store for $40 each. That is an incredible price. And I do believe they were all floor lamps. I didn't check every box, but I do believe they were all floor lamps because the price tag only said $40. And I think if they'd also had the table lamps, the price would have reflected the $30 price for the table lamps. But I don't know. This was so cool. I've seen so many Facebook reels now where people are using watercolors and salt together, and then to see it as a kit. So it's obviously not a new thing. I thought this was a brand new technique that people had just discovered, but it's already been packaged up and sold as a kit. So it's not that brand new, but it is becoming very popular, at least from the reels that I've seen on Facebook. But then again, Facebook has decided that I want to see nothing but like crafting reels and designing space reels. That's all it's really showing me. Not complaining, I'm just saying it. Look at all the unicorns. Unicorn, unicorn, unicorn. 3 different kinds of unicorns right in a row. Oh, that is so cool. They put that together just for me. No, they didn't. They just happened to put it that way. And it's just the running inside joke on our channel of having the unicorns is just too funny. I did not pick up the dragonfly string art, even though I said the last time I saw it, if I had seen it, I would have picked it up, but I didn't pick it up this time. I decided that I have enough to work with right now that I don't need to pick up any more kits. That doesn't stop me from purchasing things at all. It's just I'm trying to be a lot more selective of what I purchase because I have a craft avalanche waiting to happen in my craft room at this point. I really do. I like this little puppy treat thing. I thought that was a really cute little thing for a kid or for someone who is interested in something like that. And I thought it was a really cute, sweet little idea to have that around. And I focused in on it so you could really decorate it really, really well because I thought that was neat. This is that rear of embroidery thing. I hope that anybody who wanted to get that for Christmas got that, because that is just a really neat thing to start the year with. When you've got that ready to go, start it on New Year's Day and just make your year of embroidery, your year in review in embroidery. And each year you can do it over and over again because it's got the book that has all the different patterns in it. So all you'd need to do is buy more fabric and more floss and another piece of canvas to do it on. I thought that was a really neat thing. And then look at this. It's so cute. You sew these little mobile that's all unicorns. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. Still didn't buy it, but that was a really good price for that too. And this has 2 pounds of stones in it. I don't know if $13 for 2 pounds of polished stones is a good price or not, but I thought that was an interesting quantity of stones. It's not just a little smattering of things. It's got some good weight to it. And then there were these things that were laying on their side, and I just had to see what they were. And this first one is this really neat German-made toy. And the last time I saw a German-made toy, I was so impressed by the quality of it. And then you've got these little chutes and ladders things, and I thought those were interesting as well. And then we're on to the rest of the kits. The store had kits in 2 different places, and a lot of these things were on sale. Obviously, all the holiday stuff is on sale because the holidays are over, but they had puzzles on sale, and they had toys on sale, and they had a lot of different items on sale. So it's worth going into the Ollie's to see what's on sale, because if nothing else, the puzzles being 40% off, that is a really great way to buy puzzles for people who love puzzles. And puzzles are beautifully therapeutic and wonderful things to do, and to get them for 40% off when Ollie's has a really nice selection of puzzles isn't bad. Speaking of which, I think one of the items coming up is a puzzle, and I thought it was a really nice little puzzle too. Don't even remember what that particular item was, but I picked it up for, oh, I do remember, that was the Spirit horse thing. Oh, Spirit was one of my favorite movies. I was way too old for Spirit to be one of my favorite movies, but I loved the Spirit movie, The Horse. Oh, it was great. I think I saw it in the theater like 3 or 4 times just because I loved that movie so much. It was such a well done movie, but you know, unicorns, horses. Horses are the unicorns that I can actually get on this planet. Raising Hell, this is a card game for parents. It's a card game for parents who have kids, and it's a funny, if you look at the back of it, it is a funny write-up. It is a funny blurb, and I've highlighted it in another one of my videos, and I think I paused on it longer in the other video, but yeah, it was a really cute little game, and they had quite a few of them, obviously. So that was a neat little thing to see there. And the last thing that I'm coming up with is this beautiful puzzle. I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. And again, puzzles were 40% off. Can't beat that price. Really and truly, it's just amazing. Thank you, everybody, for watching this far through. Please check out my other videos. I haven't figured out how to make the end screen give you an option. Cheers and happy crafting!